Everyone he met gave him welcome and luck, and he charged his father and mother not to kiss him. But his mishap was to be, an old greyhound was indoors, and she knew him, and jumped up to his mouth, and after that he did not remember the giant's daughter. She was sitting at the well's side as he left her, but the king's son was not coming. In the mouth of night she climbed up into a tree of oak that was beside the well, and she lay in the fork of that tree all night. A shoemaker had a house near the well, and about midday on the morrow, the shoemaker asked his wife to go for a drink for him out of the well. When the shoemaker's wife reached the well, and when she saw the shadow of her that was in the tree, thinking it was her own shadow, and she never thought till now that she was so handsome, she gave a cast to the dish that was in her hand, and it was broken on the ground, and she took herself to the house without vessel or water. "Where is the water, wife?" said the shoemaker. "You shambling, contemptible old carle, without grace, I have stayed too long your water and wood thrall. I think, wife, that you have turned crazy. Go you, daughter, quickly, and fetch a drink for your father." His daughter went, and in the same way so it happened to her. She never thought till now that she was so lovable, and she took herself home. "Up with a drink," said her father, "you homespun shoe carle, do you think I am fit to be your thrall?" Poor shoemaker thought that they had taken a turn in their understandings, and he went himself to the well. He saw the shadow of the maiden in the well, and he looked up to the tree, and he sees the finest woman he ever saw. "Your seed is wavering, but your face is fair," said the shoemaker. "Come down, for there is need of you for a short while at my house." The shoemaker understood that this was the shadow that had driven his people mad. The shoemaker took her to his house, and he said that he had been a poor bothy, but that she should get a share of all that was in it. One day, the shoemaker had shoes ready, for on that very day the king's son was to be married. The shoemaker was going to the castle with the shoes of the young people, and the girl said to the shoemaker, "I would like to get a sight of the king's son before he marries. Come with me," says the shoemaker. "I am well acquainted with the servants at the castle, and you shall get a sight of the king's son in all the company." And when the Germans saw the pretty woman that was here, they took her to the wedding room, and they filled for her a glass of wine. When she was going to drink what is in it, flame went up out of the glass, and a golden pigeon and a silver pigeon sprang out of it. They were flying about when 3 grains of barley fell on the floor. The silver pigeon sprung, and ate it up. Said the golden pigeon to him, "If you remembered when I cleared the byre, you would not eat that without giving me a share." Again there fell 3 other grains of barley, and the silver pigeon sprung, and ate it up as before. "If you remembered when I thatched the byre, you would not eat that without giving me my share," says the golden pigeon. 3 other grains fall, and the silver pigeon sprung, and ate it up. "If you remembered when I harried the magpie's nest, you would not eat that without giving me my share," says the golden pigeon. "I lost my little finger bringing it down, and I won it still." The king's son minded, and he knew who it was that was before him. "Well," said the king's son to the guests at the feast, "when I was a little younger than I am now, I lost the key of a casket that I had. I had a new key made, but after it was brought to me I found the old one. Now, I'll leave it to anyone here to tell me what I am to do. Which of the keys should I keep?" "My advice you," said one of the guests, "is to keep the old key, for it fits the lock better and you're more used to it." Then the king's son stood up and said, "I thank you for a wise advice and an honest word. This is my bride, the daughter of the giant who saved my life at the risk of her own. I've heard no other woman." So the king's son married Auburn Mary, and the wedding lasted long and all were happy. But all I got was butter on a live coal, porridge in a basket, and paper shoes for my feet, and they sent me for water to the stream, and the paper shoes came to an end,